Welcome, love of spirit followers. Look where I am, Dallas Road. I woke up this morning to this beautiful sunshine, and I knew that today was going to be another storytelling day, and so I thought, how perfect to tell this particular story at the place that it actually happened, and well, at least part of it happened. So I want to talk to you about one of the most beautiful experiences I have ever had in my life. It was very, very moving, and has to do with the tremendous power of all of the love that not only are, those that we love, who have crossed, that we've known in life, have for us, but that there are energies and beings from our religious cultures, beings from multiple dimensions of other worlds that are just constantly in flow of trying to help and support our journey. So this is one of the most powerful stories that I have that is personal to me. So a few years ago, well, I guess maybe 7 or 8 years ago, I started a meditation group, and in the meditation group, a bunch of us would get together and do exactly that. We would kind of have a check-in where, how was your week? And then we would go about, doing a meditation, and then doing circle after the meditation, and then doing another meditation and doing circle after the meditation. And by circle, I mean that we share, what went on within our meditative journeys. And really, it was such a beautiful night. Well, now I have to tell you, give a little bit of premise beforehand. I have literally no religious background, and I certainly have no Catholicism in my family. And so this story is really quite remarkable in that there is no background history for me in that way. So I'm in this one particular meditation, and I can feel, excuse while I move the camera, as my eyes are closed and the music is going, I feel this hand on my face, and suddenly my face gets pulled over and the other cheek is resting on the chest of someone. I could just feel the movement of that. And as I looked up, I was staring at an image of the Virgin Mary, and I thought, well, that's the Virgin Mary. Okay, Deborah, it's fine. You're just, you know what I mean? Your mind has sort of concocted, made a link to something that's creating peace for you. Maybe it has something to do with motherhood. Just go with it. So I'm laying there in waves and waves of peace with Mother Mary's hand on my face. And at that moment, I think, just as a projection or an image in my mind, and it's lovely. And her hand's on my face, and I'm rested on her chest, and the most peaceful waves are moving through my body. And after about 10 minutes, she lifted me off, kissed me on the forehead, and then that was it. It was over. And so I shared that with the group, and I thought, well, that was just really a beautiful, lovely experience. I'll take it. Do you know what I mean? And remember, I think I mentioned in the first intro video that I'm a huge skeptic. So of course, I'm not at that moment thinking that that's actually the Virgin Mary. And so the next day, here I am in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning on this beautiful Dallas Road. Look at those waves. It's so gorgeous. Down at Dallas Road with my husband and my 2 sons. And now at the end of this video, you're going to see the couple of photographs that I took at that time. So I'm walking down the beach, and often I hear spirit in this ear. So if I hear spirit speak, it's my right ear that, for whatever reason, it seems to boom in there. And as I'm walking along, I hear, go over there. Behind that stone, there's something for you. And there was this big boulder, and I guess it was probably, 30 paces away from me. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I head over towards this boulder, and on the other side of the boulder, there was this burnt piece of wood, like a single burnt piece of wood. I'm showing my hand like this, like it was only about that big. You'll see the photo of it. And so this single burnt piece of wood with a tiny little piece of paper tucked under the edge of this piece of wood. Now, there was no fire anywhere. It wasn't like there was a big fire and this little piece of wood was there. There wasn't a book torn up. There was simply this one burnt piece of wood and this little piece of paper. And when I got there, Spirit said, pick that up and turn it over. That's for you. And when I picked it up and turned it over, on the other side, it said, born of the Virgin Mary. Isn't that remarkable? I stood there on the beach just bawling my eyes out. And I realized in that moment how, while yes, we have, figures from history like Jesus and Buddha and Krishna and Mary and all of the saints and I'm not a theologian, but we have even Norse history and stories of the Vikings and great powerful beings of the sea. I have a story of Odin to tell you at one point. Anyway, that while for many of us they seem like figures and we don't have concrete proof that maybe they existed or that in any way that they could want to reach out or be personal to us, I learned that day that the magic of love in spirit, that the reaching out of the divine to us in whatever form they feel like they can reach us best, to say, look, I love you, I'm with you, I want peace for you as you walk your human journey. I just think it's absolutely remarkable. So I wanted to come down to Dallas Road and share with you that story. And at the end of this clip, you will see the photograph of that piece of wood and the little piece of paper. So again, another beautiful blessing. And thank you all for coming to listen. I'll give you a last shot of this gorgeous beach. Dallas Road, Victoria, BC.